Why do you keep sabotaging the things that you say you want in your beauty business? And the bottom line is your body, your nervous system doesn't actually feel safe with what you say you want. It deems it's a threat because remember, our brains are wired for safety, not success. So we have to use our brains and our nervous system to actually feel safe in calling in and holding the thing that we say we want. So think about money. From the age of 0 to 7, what did you hear about money? Like, if you remember in series 1, I spoke about my childhood with money. It was lack. We don't have enough. One minute we have money, next minute we don't. I was the poor friend. You have to work hard for money. Money doesn't grow on trees. That is what we call a money story. And at the age of 0 to 7, our conscious brain is wide open. So whatever we are hearing and seeing is being fed into our brain, and it then becomes a belief. But it's not actually our belief. It's been instilled on us by somebody else. And that's not to make parents, caregivers, friends, teachers, whoever it was, bad, because that was passed on to them. And then they've unconsciously passed it on to the likes of you and I. But how do we stop this? You know something needs to be done in your beauty business. You know something isn't working. But you've got to understand why. And our body just does not feel safe in what we're trying to call in. Let's just say, for example, when you've got something that you need to get done, a task, it might be the most boring task ever, and you just really don't want to do it, but it has to be done. It has to be done for the business. But then suddenly you're like, oh, the bathroom needs cleaning. And off you go to the bathroom and you don't actually get the thing done. That is because you are self-sabotaging. You are avoiding taking the action, avoiding doing the thing with the behavior you're doing. What are your habits like? Do you eat takeaways every night that actually make you feel like shit? You're not fueling your body. You're not fueling your mind. You know you should be moving your body, but you sit there and doom scroll instead. You know you should be working in the business and on the business. Like, on the business is so important. But you're avoiding it and you're going off and doing things that are actually sabotaging your own salon. And most people don't even realize they're actually sabotaging their own success. Like, what thoughts come into your head? It's the economy, no one's spending. People don't have money right now. That is a sabotaging thought pattern. And it is not 100% truth and factual. It is just what you are repeating to yourself. So the thought is coming in and it's going down into your body, and then your body doesn't feel safe with it as well. Emotions. When things are going well, what are your emotions like? Feel pretty good? But what about when they're not going the way you want it to go? What emotions do you have then? Do you then go into lack, fear, scarcity? Nothing's working. This is not meant for me. So let's say, for an example, you wake up one morning to a message from a client. She's cancelled her appointment for that day at last minute. What emotion does that bring up inside of you? Is it fear? Is it anger? Is it frustration? I thought I had that money coming in and now I don't have that money coming in. How are you responding to that client? Are you enforcing your boundaries, your terms and conditions, your policies and procedures? Are you letting that outside circumstance determine how you get to feel on the inside? People always think it has to happen externally before the internal feeling comes. And that is the wrong way about it. It has to come from the inside, then it becomes the reality on the outside. So, how are you with your emotions? If somebody's mean to you, how do you react? Do you go into fight or flight? Do you go into fight and you get angry and you snap back and you might say something that you regret? Not regulating your emotion. Or do you go into flight? You retreat, you go in, you shut down. Allowing external circumstances to determine how your day is going to go and how your week is going to go. And do you notice if you do have those unregulated emotions, it's not just that one-off instance that will come, it will create a ripple effect then. And it will seem like everything is all happening at once, because your emotional state is determining what is happening on the outside of you. So we need to regulate the nervous system. And like I said, the nervous system is within our body. And it can come up as fear of success. How can anyone have fear of success? They actually don't have the fear of success. They fear of the version of them they have to become to hold that. Are people going to judge me? I've got too big for my boots. Who does she think she is? Oh, she thinks she's better than us now that she's earning all this money. Then we come into fear of failure. What if it doesn't all work out? What if I look stupid? What if I make a mistake? Fearing an outcome that actually hasn't even happened. Because again, our nervous system and our mind is just trying to keep us safe, trying to prepare us for the worst, just in case it happens. And then sabotaging behaviors. What do you get up to every day? How do you start your morning? How do you end your evening? Are you sat there doom scrolling for hours and hours and hours at a time? Our behaviors create our reality as well. And then it's just, there's so many things that come into a sabotaging behavior. And quite often, you don't even know that you're doing it. You don't even know that habit, that thought, that feeling, that emotion is actually sabotaging the thing that you say that you want. So, how does it all come together? The sabotaging, the beliefs. It keeps you overworking. It keeps you filling your time with things that aren't actually moving the needle forward. I'm busy. Yes, you may be busy, but you're not actually busy with the right things. You're filling your time with things that really are not a necessity right now. And you keep avoiding taking the action, making the decision, doing the actual thing. People pleasing. Do you really enforce your terms and conditions and your policies constantly? Or do you let things slide with clients? Oh, it's okay, she's a regular client. It doesn't matter. It does matter. If you can't hold your boundaries, you're just people pleasing at the sake of your own energy. And again, emotional reactions. How are you actually reacting to situations? Does one speed bump then determine how the rest of your day is going to go, how the rest of your week's going to go? And receiving. What do I mean by receiving? Do you actually feel safe to receive? And what do I mean by that is, let's say, for example, somebody pays you a compliment. Oh, look, you look beautiful today. Do you go, oh, thank you? Or is it, oh, thanks, but I haven't washed my hair today, so I look like a right mess? Because you actually don't even feel safe receiving a compliment. So how are you going to receive more leadership, more money, more clients when you can't even receive a fucking compliment? Receiving is feeling comfortable, and it will feel really fucking uncomfortable to begin with, because your default mode is to probably say thank you, but then come in with a but after. Do you feel comfortable receiving help? Do you think you have to do everything on your own? It has to be your way. And then the old way: push more, work more. Fill another strategy in there. The new way: regulate your nervous system. So no matter what is happening externally, you're good. You can handle it. You have a shit week, you can handle it. You're good. It doesn't determine your internal state, what is going on externally in your life. When it comes to money, you can hit what we call an income ceiling. And do you notice each week you kind of sit around the same income, or you might go slightly above that, but then you'll come back down? Because what you've actually hit is what we call a money ceiling. What your nervous system actually feels safe in you receiving. So if you go slightly above it, oh my God, no, I need to come back down because this is where I feel safe. So regulate your nervous system that you actually feel safe to hold more, to attract more into your life. Let's say, for an example, you get a really good week in the salon. What do you do with that money? Do you quickly go out and spend it on something that you actually didn't need? You actually don't feel safe holding money. Or you're the opposite. You get a really good week and you latch onto that money. You don't spend it, you keep it there because you're actually scared and you don't trust that more money is going to flow to you. Money is energy, and energy needs to be moved. Energy in motion. So not only do you need to have to circulate money, but you also need to be able to hold it and feel safe with it as well. And capacity. What capacity do you have? Are you busy every hour of every day? Because if you are, your capacity is full. So how are you going to attract more in? How are you going to get more clients when you're filling space with things that actually don't fucking matter? But that doesn't matter to the universe. Oh, I can't send her any more because she's full to capacity. How many clients do you want to be seeing in the days that you want to be working? What days do you want to be working? What capacity have you got? What outside of that to actually work on the business, what capacity have you got for that? Because if you haven't got a few hours each week of capacity to actually work on your business, you're going to stay exactly where you are. Your emotion, when you've got a lot of things to do, what emotion comes into that? Oh, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so stressed out. I've got this to do. I've got that to do. So then 9 times out of 10, people actually shut down and actually don't get anything done because their nervous system just cannot handle essentially the pressure that you're putting onto yourself. It all comes from within. So I want you to sit there and close your eyes. Check in with yourself. Think about the big goal that you want in your salon. Just let that thought come into your mind. What do you feel in your body? Do you feel a bit of a tight chest? Do you feel a little bit of a knot in your stomach? Because that's your nervous system not actually feeling safe with it. What thought pattern comes into your head? Oh, I'm not there yet. I don't think it's going to happen. Everything I've tried has not worked. Not worked so far. Self-sabotaging behavior. So, how do we move past this? How do we move past the self-sabotaging behavior? Because you're not broken. Nobody is broken. We really aren't. So once we've created safety within our nervous system, safety within our body, confidence, capacity, what comes next? I'll see you in the next episode.